Hi, welcome to the Analog and Digital Communication Series, Lecture 2. Today we are going to see about the radio transmitter and the receiver. In previous session we had a discussion on Introduction to Communication. Followed by this we are going to see the radio transmitter and the receiver. Come, let's see the topic. Uh, so, what is a radio signal? First of all, the radio is nothing but it is a radiation of electromagnetic signal through the atmosphere or free space. The transmission and reception of electromagnetic wave of radio frequency, especially those who carrying the sound messages. So, in the radio technology, there are several kinds of um, uh, separations are there, like radio, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays, like that. Here, radio wave is nothing but it occupies one portions that has a particular frequency range and also wavelength. And this picture shows that the early radio testing scenario from AT&T laboratory. And in 1873, James Clerk Maxwell showed mathematically that electromagnetic waves could propagate through free space. And the first intentional transmission of signal by means of electromagnetic waves was performed in an experiment by David Edward Hughes around 1880. In 1888, Heinrich Rudolf Hertz was able to prove transmitted electromagnetic waves in an experiment confirming Maxwell's theory of electromagnetism. And then followed by Hertz, Nikola Tesla experimentally demonstrated the transmission and radiation of radio frequency energy in 1892. And in 1895, the Marconi built a wireless system capable of transmitting signal at a long distance of that means 1.5 mile to that means 2.4 kilometer. From Marconi's experiment, the phenomenon that transmission range is proportional to the square antenna height is known as Marconi's law. And we have, I told you already, the radio wave we have several classifications, like very low frequency, then low frequency, medium frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, super high frequency. And this starts with 10 kilohertz to, and it gets with 30 megahertz, 30,000 megahertz. And here the mechanism involved in the communication, that's in the previous session itself I told that, for example, if you see here the signal from our voice signal that will be given to the transducer, it will convert the electronic signal, and electronic processor there to process the electronic signals, and it will be given to the transmitter. So the transmitter will transmit the signals, and it will be in the form of electromagnetic waves, and it will be received in the receiver section, and again it will be converted into electronic signal, and it will be given to the transducer, like any kind of a transducer. In this case, the mic will be used in the input section as a transducer, and here the output speaker will be act as a transducer to retrieve back the original information, and we can hear the audio, that is a voice, what actually the person who talk in other end. And in a radio transmitter, in the sense, here there are important blocks are there, like power supply, it will be there, it will be given to the oscillator, and the modulator will be there. So the what is modulator and modulator types and all we will see in the next session. And here the modulator will perform these some kind of a modulation operation. After that modulation operation only, it will be given to the antenna for transmission, that will be given to antenna for propagation, radio signal propagation. And the receiver will be having again antenna which receives the radio signal and will be given to the amplifier, RF amplifier. So we obviously know what is the purpose of amplifier, is nothing but to amplify the signal, and will be given to the tuner which selects only the particular range of frequency, and will be given to the detector or demodulator, which actually detect only the original signal, and will be given to the audio amplifier to amplify the signal, and will be given to the speaker. So this is the some important blocks of radio transmitter and the receiver. And applications of radio wave that is includes it's a wireless technology and mobile telephone communication, television, radar, radio waves in space, and Wi-Fi. So thank you, and in the next session we will see the modulation and its types. So the modulation performs the very important role in the communication, so that we will discuss in the next session. Thank you.